Hello and welcome back to another video on Pinksale. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to spot a scam, what to look out for and how to avoid being scammed by one of these coins. Now in crypto there are many scams. There are investment scams where you invest and it rug pulls, there's honeypot scams where they pull the liquidity out of the coin, and there's general scams where you can go on the incorrect coins websites and they'll steal your wallet info and they will take all of the coins out of your wallet. In this video we're going to be going over investment scams where you invest money and the coin never releases or rugs after a couple of days or a couple of hours trading. Now before we actually get into the video, there is a couple of things that I need to go over in general about investing in crypto and how to look out for a scam. When it comes to pre-sales on Pinksale, 90% of the coins fail and don't last the first year. Now they won't just drop off the end of the world and that's it, they're gone. They won't scam like that, but people will just sell and sell and sell and they won't get enough buy traction to keep the coin going. And then what will happen is they will create a new coin, or they will launch again, or they'll do something along them lines, and the coin will come again. They'll get you to transfer your tokens, and it's never really a great thing, because the way you've got to look at crypto is the developers and the owners of the coin always win, because they have wallets based on trades and tax. So every time you make a trade it gets taxed and the money either goes to them or a marketing wallet, and the wallet's unlocked. So even though it's called a marketing wallet, they don't have to use that money for marketing. They could just sell the coin and transfer it to their own wallet. It's an unlocked marketing wallet. So even though it's called marketing, it doesn't have to be used for that. So every time you make a trade on that coin, it gets taxed and they will make money. So the longer you hold these coins and the more people that trade the coin, the more money they make. They're going to have coins from the get-go. Whether them coins are locked for a long period of time or not, they will have some coins. So they've got a stake in it. So the more people they get, then the more money they're going to make. It's all about them. They wouldn't be doing it. They're not doing it for the kindness of their hearts. They're doing it to make money. And that's what you've got to remember. So if the coin fails and they relaunches, they're just trying to make more money. So, and take this with a pinch of salt. This is my best strategy. The way you should be looking at these pre-sales is you should be investing, setting yourself a target of how much money you want to make on that coin, and then withdraw your funds and never look back. Because I've had coins where I've invested like 2k and it's gone up to 15k and I've held it and I'm like, this is going to go on forever, and then it's gone back down to 2k and I should have taken out my original investment. You should take out your money when you reach a comfortable profit, and then you should never look back. There are coins that I've invested in and they've gone way beyond what I could have imagined and I would have made loads of money. But I shouldn't have looked back. I shouldn't have looked back at the coin because I made money and I shouldn't have looked back. There's nothing negative in that. And that's probably the best strategy I would say for investing in these pre-sales, because it is very risky. Not a lot of these coins, a very slim amount, make it to the big platforms like Binance and places like that. Hardly any, if any. Just look at Dogecoin, SafeMoon, Evergrow, stuff like that. There's literally hardly any coins that make it big leagues. So what we're going to be looking at is we're going to be looking at spotting a scam on Pinksale. Now we all know this page. This is the Pinksale Launchpad page where you can go through and look at your different coins. So this you can filter by upcoming and in progress, failed, stuff like that, and sort by start time and end time. And that is where you're going to find the majority of your coins. Now, just by looking at the logos, honestly, you can say a lot by the coin. So if it has a nice looking logo like this, they've put a little bit of effort into it. This doesn't even have a logo, okay? And if we scroll down a little bit more, like, this is a meme, okay? Now, these types of coins are, they're more gambling than they are investing, because you're just preying on the hope that this coin goes on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap and then does like a 5x from there. I wouldn't recommend investing in these coins if you are new to this, okay? If you have money, you've made money off of other coins, then what some people do is they put 0.1 BNB into each of these shit coins, okay? and they'll do 10 of them, and then 1 out of the 10 might do a 10x or a 20x from your original investment. But that is a very gambling way of investing, okay, and I wouldn't recommend it. So if we continue going down, there's two different types of coins. There's kind of there's more than two. There's reflection coins, utility coins, and meme coins. Meme coins is fairly self-explanatory. Reflection coins is they give you rewards in other things like BNB, BUSD, stuff like that. So it's kind of an investment, and they can also have staking. Staking coins is where you put your coins up for a stake, and over a certain period of time, they will give you some back, so you make money. They seem fairly safe most of the time, but they can also be used for like big scam coins. But staking coins are usually fairly good, and reward coins can also be good. Just look at SafeMoon. Look how well that's done. I think it's done like a 60,000x from pre-sale or something stupid like that. So it's done really well. The other type of coin you can get is utility coin, where it serves a purpose. That coin does something, and it's going to help you in some way. And as long as their utility keeps going up, then the value of the coin is going to keep going up. And again, they're fairly safe, but can be really slow burning projects. So how to spot the majority of scam coins on Pinksale are meme coins, and a mix between meme coins and utility coins, because people can easily fake utility. So I've got a coin here, NASA Dogezilla. Now just by the title, you know it's a meme. Look at the picture, you know it's a meme coin. Okay, so instantly you know it's a risk, because that is probably just here to be botted, for the devs to make money quick, or it's a rug pull off the get-go. It has a very, very low soft cap and hard cap. Now this is something you want to look for, because they know they're not going to get much traction. So they're not going to set their hard cap very high, because they know they might not fill it. They will not fill a 250 BNB pre-sale, because there's not that many people looking at it. And they obviously want to make money, so they're going to set it low. So that's one thing you want to look out for. Okay. You also want to look at the liquidity lockup time. Now, if this is like 30 days, that's very risky. If it's 60 days, it's quite risky. Now, 1200 days isn't very risky, but they might not have actually put much money up in the liquidity. Okay, so if the liquidity pool is like 60,000, then they've put up £60,000 of their own money and locked it for 1200 days. Okay, that's pretty impressive. This is probably £500 or something like that, or $500. So they're not worried about it being locked up forever, because they're going to make more than that when this coin releases. So what we're going to do, we've assessed that it's a meme coin and it looks a little bit risky. So we're going to have a little look at the website. So click on the website. Instant thoughts is that it does not look great. It looks very slapped together. It looks rushed. All the pictures are exactly the same. There's not much effort gone into these. These are just stock photos with pictures with their own pictures overlaid. Same again here, stock photos with their pictures on them, and all the fonts are kind of off. It's not really rendered very well. It just looks a bit shit. And we've got, you know, a kind of bleak roadmap. Tokenomics is very poor, and then that's kind of it. This is a very unimpressive website. It is not very good. They don't have an audit. They don't have a KYC. Let me just check. Oh, they do have an audit, but they don't have a KYC. Now, you may see an audit and think, oh, great, it's had an audit. That coin's safe. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that coin's actually safe. So an audit is just to check that the contract's working properly. It's not to check that there is going to be a scam. There can be I've seen plenty of coins with audits that have rug pulled or honeypot, because they're not checking for that, and it's easy to hide that in the contracts. And the Daily Joe, like me and you watching this, aren't going to know how to read the contract and spot a scam. They do, but unfortunately they don't really check it for scams. All they're checking for is that the contract is working properly and there's no hidden mint functions or stuff like that. So all you know is that if it's had an audit, the launch is likely to go smooth. Again, with the KYC. So if this has a little KYC tag here, that means that they have had some kind of check on the person that owns the coin, or the developer, or someone in the team. These can be faked. Okay, so I've seen many coins and invested in many coins where they have had it audit and KYC. It looks pretty safe, but all they've done is they've paid people to put up their details and give them their details online, and then they use someone else's details to do the KYC. That way, when this comes out, if this ever gets checked by any kind of authority for being a scam or anything like that, then it will be the other person's details at risk, not this. But so that's one to look out for. KYCs and audits aren't always safe, but they are definitely safer than the average coin. If a coin hasn't got an audit or a KYC, then you should definitely be worried from the get-go. Another thing you can look at is the Telegram. So when you go into the Telegram, one thing I like to do is I like to ask the admins or the moderators lots of basic questions and see how they react. So if you ask them a lot of questions and they're very polite, very respectful, and they answer all your questions in good detail, then it gives you a certain level of trust. If you start asking annoying questions over and over again, and you ask questions about like liquidity lockup time and stuff like that, and then they ban you or remove you from the channel or mute you, then you know there's something dodgy going on, because that's extremely unprofessional, and that's something I always like to do. Another thing you've got to remember when investing in these pre-sales is how fast it sells out. Now, this coin has a 50 BNB hard cap, which means 50 BNB needs to be invested before the coin is going to be full, and then they're going to release it. Now, what you can do is, if it doesn't have much traction, is you can wait and you can watch it go up and see how fast it's going up. If it only fills 10% of the way, then you know it's not got much buy traction and it's probably not going to do too well. However, if it starts filling really, really quick within the first 20 seconds or so, then you know it's probably going to get filled pretty fast. There's lots of buy traction. A lot of people aren't going to get it, and it's probably going to do well on the launch, if it does ever launch. And that's always a good way. But the only downside of that is, if you do hold off, if there is loads of buy traction and you haven't sensed that before the coin releases, then you're probably going to miss your chance to invest. Now, they're really my top tips of investing in Pinksale. There's a lot more that kind of goes into it, but that's kind of like a quick brush over of how to spot a scam, and just really look out for the obvious signs, like a bad website, a bad Telegram, bad images, anything copied, or just try and spot their lies. And if you keep to a strict set of rules, then you will do fine in investing in these sales. But you've got to make sure that you keep to them rules and be really, really careful with what you invest in. If you want to check out another one of my videos, I've got a video showing you how to connect your Binance Smart Chain to your MetaMask wallet, and I've also got another video on Pinksale, just giving you a guide of how to invest in pre-sales, and it might be helpful. You can always join my Telegram channel. The link is in the description below. We kind of use that to talk about coins that are coming up, and if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments or in my Telegram channel.